Hey everybody, happy Saturday. I thought I would hop on and do a quick makeup tutorial with Seint. And the 3D hack, all that stands for is highlight and contouring. Don't panic. Everybody panics when they hear highlight and contour, but it's just we're gonna put colors on certain parts of our face. We're gonna blend it in and we're gonna get the benefits of highlight and contour without the nitty gritty, having to know all that kinds of stuff. So if you hop on, say hey, and then if you don't mind, just if you see it on the replay, hashtag replay, and let's get going. All right, so I have got my setting spray that I am also going to use as a primer. So I'm just going to squirt. All right, and we're just going to kind of let it soak in for just a second. Sorry, I was sharing real quick. All right. Okay. So that is set. We are going, I also got some new eye colors in. I don't know if you saw my post, so we're going to play with some eyes too. All right, so we're going to go with White Peach today and then that linen, okay? For some reason, say hey, because I'm having trouble seeing comments for some reason. Oh well, that's all right. That's all right. All right. So let's see what brush we're going to do today. Let's do the 3D brush today, okay? So this is what they call the 3D brush, like the Roman numerals 3, 1, 1, 1. And then we've got the fluffy end, okay? All right, so let's go in to White Peach. Actually, let's pick our contour too while we've got it. Let's go olive today, okay? So this is the olive. It's all on. I actually want to do my contour first. Oh, hey, Nicole. All right, so this is olive. We're going to go with that. I've got the 3D brush. I'm going to use that little angled in. I screwed up and dipped in White Peach, but I want to do my contour first, so that's why you see it on there. So we put the setting spray on our face and used it as a primer. You want to find your cheekbone, and you're just really going to draw it down. If you want to, you don't have to draw like that. You can pat. It's personal choice, okay? As long as we get that contour right there going up, because that's going to help draw our eyes up, okay? So I'm going to take that. So did you see? I did it too fast. The dots are going to be not as intense, and if you draw the line, it's going to be a little bit more intense. But the line's already there, so I'll show you up on my forehead, okay? And you don't want to go past like the middle of your pupil, okay? So watch the difference. If you want to do a light contour, if you dot it, it's pretty light, okay? I mean, in comparison to what you're about to see. All right, so we're gonna, if we wanted to do it with a little more intensity, see? You can draw it on there. All right. I'm also gonna do it right there down my jawline. We wanna kinda give our faces that chiseled thin look. Okay. And then I'm just gonna take what's left. Sorry, I've got a fan blowing on me, so it's blowing my hair. So I'm gonna take what's left on my brush, and I'm just gonna kind of pull it down my neck, okay? I'm gonna do just a little brushing what's left. I got some redness going on today. I think it's because I'm burning up right now. All right, while I have all my brushes out, this is the line brush. I still had some lips on it from the other day. I'm gonna dip that in the olive. Since it's small and it's pretty dense, like it's not a fluffy small, I'm gonna do a real tight line down the side. You can do it with the big brush, but I just got these in, so I want to play with them a little bit. Which means nothing's probably gonna be perfect today. with our eyeshadows since we're getting new things in, but that's okay. We're gonna do it together. Let's see. We did our that. We did our nose. I think we're good with the contour, okay? So let's flip back to the 3D brush. Now let's go to White Peach. Hey, Joni. All right, so I'm gonna go to White Peach. And like I said, you can see I've used most of these. So they're pretty blendable. They're pretty easy to be forgiving to your skin. Is that what I'm trying to say? I can use multiple colors and they still work. If that's what I'm trying to say. Fancy, and fancy wasn't working for me. So same kind of thing. If blow my hair, you want to kind of dot. If you ever get this makeup on and you feel like you're seeing some texture or like some, when I say texture, like some little creases or it just doesn't look smooth and flat, that can be a sign that you're using too much, okay? So an easy way to spot that is if you start going through these too quick. Like these should last about 3 months, okay? Each. You can always go back and add more. So just know that too, but less is more. That's what I'm getting at. All right, so we're just gonna kind of go under that contour. We went in between the two there. We went in between the two there. And do our chin. So we just kind of dotting. Nothing crazy, nothing major. All right, and I do it on my lids. Well, I think you all should, but I make sure to get them pretty covered because mine are pretty veiny. All right, so then I'm gonna go in with this linen, and that's gonna be my brightening color, okay? Same brush, same tip, just different color. And they're all gonna be blended together anyways. That's why I'm not wiping them off in between, okay? Hey, Rachel. All right, so we're just gonna kind of do a little tulip, okay? I'm gonna do a little dot over that. I'm gonna do a little dot up here in my corners. Oh. I'm gonna swap just so you can see. And we're gonna use, this is the detailed brush. I used the fluffy end for the powder last time. I'm gonna use this for under my eyes. I'm putting it in the linen. You can do this all with one brush. I'm playing because I have all mine out. Hey, Amanda. All right, so we've got this. We're gonna do the V, okay? We're just kind of like a pie piece. You're just gentle though underneath that skin right there, okay? So I have found that it's like best if you look up or like to the side one way or the other. It helps kind of make that skin taut or tight. It's a fancy word. You're welcome. It's kind of my mascara mouth too, sorry. All right. Let's do that to the other side. All right, so what did I mean about put it on and let it melt? Another thing, if you feel like you're having some texture or you're having trouble getting it on or it's just not going on smooth, it is a cream. And just like I said, like once I do the videos, I usually wait about 10 minutes and then take the after picture. Because it's a cream, it does. It gets cold in the tins and it can harden a little bit. And this is all, you have to take this all into perspective, not like an ice cube or anything, but if you let it sit on your skin for just a second, the body heat will make it a whole lot easier to move it around. If you're having that issue. Not everybody has that issue, but that can be one of the fixes for it, okay? So, I'll go back to the 3D brush that we had. All right, so you can see we've got our contours. I didn't put very much over there. I don't know why. That was my main color. Hey, Penny. Penny just got her makeup. She looks so pretty. All right, so let's take the fluffy end of the 3D brush, and we're gonna start blending it together, okay? So once again, this is gonna be kind of up to you and what you're looking for. Hey, some people do the dark first and then the light. Some people go top to bottom, some people go bottom to top. I'm currently, because I keep trying new things, trying to blend in the lighter colors first and the contour last, only because I'm digging the more contrasty look, more contoured look, okay? So you don't have to be careful about not mixing colors, because that's what we want to do, which is the other good thing. Okay? And if there happens to be a spot that we miss, or we want more coverage or have an issue, we can always go back and fix that. If you have too much coverage in one spot, you just blend and blend and blend and blend and blend, lightest to dark. Yeah, I just tend to like that better. I did dark to light for a while, but I felt like I was getting too blended. But still in the learning curve, so just trying to figure out what's best. I'm having some serious problem with my red nose today. It may not bother anybody else, but it's bothering me. So there we go. All right, so now I'm going to go to the contour. And I'm going to more pat that. Now, I did like that. The last time I went live the other day, I patted my whole face. So that will give you a lot more control of how it's blended. Just so you know, try different ways. Don't always, just from my previous makeup, I'm used to doing the circles. But technically, this one does better if you stipple. That was the word I learned. So, or dot. Easier word, because I can't always come up with my words. Okay. I do my lips, just so we can get a base color. I have this little friend right here. Let's make him go away. I am going to take my main color in this little, this is still the detail brush, okay? So my main color I used today was White Peach. And the less, the better, okay? So like T90. All right, and we are just gonna lightly. And I probably should have done it before I did my whole face, but I didn't really notice him until I was looking at y'all. I took that lighter side of that powder brush. Bye-bye. It's gone. Okay. All right, so I think we look pretty good as in blended. All right, so let's decide what we want to do for our blushes. Okay, so I was showing somebody earlier. We have 3 different categories, okay? So this is where it's kind of tricky, not really. So there's satin, which are these. And then there's gloss. Everybody knows pretty much what a gloss is, okay? And then there's semi-gloss, which is kind of like an in-between. I do like the satins for my cheek. And then the gloss and the semi-gloss are not my go-to for cheeks. I like them for my lips, definitely. I even like the satins for my lips, but I only technically like the satins on my cheeks. That makes sense? And if you're oily, you want to stay away from the glosses on your cheek, just because they are super shiny. And I like the deeper colors of the satin. So I'm going to stick with the satins for my cheek. And so I got one of the new ones in that lots of people had been raving about. I never would have picked this color, but we're gonna try it. It's called Hollywood. If y'all are into makeup and know the line NARS, that is kind of like the dupe color for their orgasm makeup color. All right, so let's just take our finger and then we'll blend it in, okay? I'll show you. All right. So smile, there's your apple. You want to go just above it a little bit. Okay. I'm kind of scared of this color because I've never used it. So we're going to start pretty light. And we're going to blend it in. Sorry, I just got a message, so I was trying to multitask and read, and that wasn't going too hot. All right, so I am gonna take the blush and bronzer brush. I finally got it. It's a lot of bees, so I call it the fluffy brush. It's got a super big end and a smaller fluffy end, okay? I think I'm just gonna pat this one. I'm kind of patting, kind of pulling up. And when I say pulling, not really pulling my skin, pulling my hand. Do you see? I have to kind of talk myself through it sometimes. But it does. That color gives a nice, fresh little glow. And it's not crazy on like I thought it would be. Thank you so much. I really didn't know what it was going to do. But that's the good thing. Like I tell people all the time, I was like, don't judge the color by the color. It always goes on different, people differently. So good. I'm glad I did that. All right. Let's tickle our eyes before we do our lips. You want to do that? All right, so we did put foundation on our eyes. All right, so these, I kind of picked these colors over here to work with today, okay? Let's just see what happens. So I've got Sabrina, which is a good kind of overall base color. And then this is Bend and Snap. I thought on like the web page it looked kind of pink, but it's actually more of like a purplish lilac, maybe unicorn, which is like a silver. And then this is Tawanda, okay? I have used this as a lipstick before and it's gorgeous. So I figure it has to be just as gorgeous on eyes. All right, so this is their little brush sponge. You can like tap your eye makeup brush on there to clean in between colors. And then this is the Black Friday eyeliner. I don't know if I'm gonna line today, but I put it there with our little swatches, just in case, all right? So, let me get my eye brushes together. All right, so we have got, ooh, I knocked that over. We've got our multitasker brush. So we've got the spoolie on one end and it's angled on the top, so that would be our brows. And then we have our smudge brush, super fluffy, and then a little bit more condensed and cone shaped. I feel like I'm missing one. Oh, I was. Our eyeshadow brush, which is super, super fluffy on one end, and more of like a crease brush on this end. And then the one I've been playing with for everything. Hey, Katie. This is the multitasker, but I don't know anymore. Okay, that's where we made our little friend go away. All right. So let's start with Sabrina, and we're gonna do an all over color. I'm gonna take the eyeshadow brush. And we are just gonna lightly kind of buff it all over, okay? And if anybody has any ideas of what they're doing for dinner, pop on and let me know, because I don't know what in the world we're doing and people are starting to ask. Weekend dinners drive me crazy. All right, so we just have like a base color. See, it's not like a huge difference, but it's enough to give it a little base. All right, so let's do it on the other side. Perfect. All right, there we go. All right, so I think I'm gonna do this bend and snap. Oh, that's not bend and snap. That was my Tawanda. I'm gonna do my Tawanda as my transition color, okay? So everybody can see. So like most people's eyes, not most, some people's eyes are like this, like where the skin is flat. So I have hooded eyes. That just means my skin hangs down. So where most people would put their colors in the crease, we're gonna bring it up a little bit higher, because look, if I was to put it in the crease, nobody see it. All right, so let's see this and see what happens. I have no idea what Tawanda's gonna look like on her eyes, but that's okay. We're gonna do it together. All right, so let's try the eyeshadow brush, and we're gonna take the smaller cone side, that super fluffy guy. We're gonna go with smaller side. We're gonna go into this Tawanda. It is pink, pink, pink. And I am going kind of in between, it's kind of in between my crease and my brow bone, just because I want to bring that color up so we can see it when my eyes are shut. Okay. I might have to bring it up a little bit higher. Oh, sounds like we may have company soon. That was Emmy trying to bust through the door. And even though that crease will be closed, I'm gonna go ahead and bring it all the way down, just to kind of like halfway on my lid. And I'm just slowly adding too, because I don't want to have a super duper like Pepto pink eye, and we're not. It's gonna be super subtle, but we're just doing it slow. Okay, I just have a towel next to me. That's why when I bring my hand down, I just kind of, oh, I don't have to anymore. I got my towel. Ooh. Sorry, I had a moment. I forgot I came in. I can use it now. So see, I'm just brushing it on my towel. All right, so let's go to the next color. I am gonna go into this bend and snap. I'm using that same side of the brush, okay? Because I think these colors are gonna really blend good together. We're gonna do kind of like a V. We're gonna stick to that outside corner, okay? And I am just kind of doing slow little hats and drags. Okay. I'm just being cautious because this is the first eye with these colors we've done. Actually, I think it's our first eye we've done together at all with these Seint colors. All right. We are just slowly doing that V. Okay. And see how it just kind of lightly fades. So you don't have a strong purple, you don't have a strong pink. And that would have, I mean, I'm sure y'all were panicking when I said I'm gonna put pink and purple in my eyeballs, but it's very, you can make it as dramatic or as light as you want. If you want it super dramatic, you can, I'm not sure where I put it today, oh, right here. So I got the brow wax in too, which can be used for a couple of different things. And one of them is making that eyeshadow super rich. Or you can dip it in like a little thing of water if you have it right next to you. Or you can spray it with the toner. You can use lots of things, but if your brush is wet mixed with colors, it's gonna be darker. All right, so I'm gonna triple dip. I'm gonna go into Tawanda, I'm gonna go into Bend and Snap, and I'm gonna go a little bit into Sabrina, okay? And I'm just gonna kind of bring that over a little bit. corner darker. All right, now let's mix it together. Okay, I'm going to dip it back to that bend and snap pretty good. And I'm just going to smudge it along the bottom of my eye, okay? I'm coming out, but it's just to make sure that my strokes are coming up. We're going to fix that, okay? We're not going to walk around with like a little horn looking thing coming off of our eyeball. So I would take what's left on our detail brush, and we just kind of buff that away. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna take, this is the smudge brush. I'm gonna take the more compact end into this unicorn, and we're gonna pop the inside corner of our eye. Don't worry, we're gonna blend it, but we wanna get that brightness right there, okay? Let's just blend it all together a little bit. I'm going to dip one dot in unicorn and just kind of do it all over that lid, just to give it a little bit of shimmer. Okay, so it's nothing too drastic, but it's going to give you a little bit of color. I still need to bring this over. Much better. All right, so we got our winner. Let's go to our Illuminators. Okay, I'm into this angel right now, so I'm going to take our little sponge, our perfector, and I'm going to spray it with the toner. Give it a little squeeze. I'm just gonna put the thicker end, just kind of dab it into that angel. And do it right there on the highest points of our cheeks. Then I'm gonna take my finger and do it. Actually, I'm not gonna do my finger. Let's do a brush while we've got them here. So you can see it, then you kind of see what angel looks like. It's a real pretty light. We're gonna do it right up here. It's almost kind of like a light baby pink, but it does not like, it doesn't look pink on your skin. It's just real sheer. I know we haven't done this eye. I'm gonna go ahead and put it up there just for kicks. Okay, so let's do the other eye real quick. We already did Sabrina everywhere. We'll get our pink, then Tawanda. And I'm just gonna go all the way. So I'm going in between my eyelid and my brow bone, because I have those hooded eyes. And I'm gonna bring it all the way down though. And that's kind of the fun with the colors. You can just kind of mix and match and try and play. If you don't like something, you can add to or blend till it's gone and add something else. But don't ever be afraid to play with them. I mean, heck, I didn't know if I was going to like that Hollywood or not, but it turned out pretty good. All right, going into Bend and Snap, which is a purplish, although I thought it was going to be a pink, but it's still very pretty. And kind of do that outer corner. I do usually do both eyes at the same time, but just so y'all could see the whole process easier, I was going to do one eye at a time. And I'm going to go ahead and smudge it underneath. I need to check them out, make sure they're similar. I'm going to go ahead and take this unicorn and just kind of pat it all over. Kind of blend them a little bit. Give it that little shimmer. That one got a little more shimmer than that one. So this fluffy end of the eyeshadow brush is a great blender. Like that one was a little more shiny than the other one. So that can just kind of buff it out. Okay. And the last thing is I'm going to do, oh, why am I showing the raw mirror? Sorry. The end of the brush that I used Angel on. Cleaning thing it's a brain block right now. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to our first color, Sabrina, and we're just gonna blend this in real. It has a real gentle transition. Okay. I think the last thing I want to do, we got to do our lips, but I'm going to take the vanilla dusting powder, and I like that fluffy side of the detail brush, and I'm just going to kind of tap under our eyes. I like to do it there on my little forehead lines. And you can do it all over too. If you've got my big fluffy guy, you can always put him in the vanilla dusting powder and go everywhere. Totally up to you. I do like to use the perfector sponge though every time, just to pick up any extra makeup where we might have gotten too heavy. I spray it and squeeze it. You don't want to use it dry. If it's dry, it'll take off all your makeup, okay? So you definitely want to spray and wet it and squeeze it because you don't want it dripping wet. And we're just going to kind of bounce all over. I feel like I tend to do too much on my forehead, so I always like to go up there and just kind of tap and let it pick up where we may have gotten a little heavy-handed. Because believe it or not, this Less Than More looks so good. All right, here we go. So we do not sell mascara. Kara, our founder, is like, there's 35,000 mascaras on the market. Find one you like and roll with it. Sorry, I had something blocking my sight. A little fluff. So, word on the street was the Lash Sensational from Maybelline was causing a stir. So I picked some up, okay? But use what you like. And we are going to put it on so we can get a finished look. But I do like it. I've used it a couple of times now. think I got the waterproof. I think I got, it's too small. I can't read it. I'll have to tell you later. I don't know if it's waterproof or not. There was like a black, a brown black, a waterproof. The word's too small. I have to take a picture and blow it up so I can see what it says. That is so sad. Okay. But it goes on really smooth and no clumps or anything like that. And I just always make sure that I get the tips. I just like that, and I love the corners of my eyes with mascara. Some people don't even do their bottom lashes, but I do. But see, it works pretty good. It's so funny. I just went to the doctor, and she's like, you got 20/15 vision. But look at this. Like, I'm not lying. That is like T90. Like, nobody can read that. But I actually do. I have like 3 pairs because I go through phases where, like, sometimes when I go to the eye doctor, I guess I read more sometimes than others, but I do need them, or I'm right on the edge, you know? And then other times, it's like I can see things so well. Well, I just mascaraed myself, which I guess that means that I'm about to switch over to, for good, to some reading glasses. All right. So I know that was pretty long because I chatted and blabbed my whole way through it. And hey Lisa, thank y'all for sticking with me through the end. Sometimes, well, not sometimes, most of the time, when I did it again. I touched my eyeballs because I was talking. When I do new eyeshadows, they can look, to me, a little crazy, like while I'm doing them. But then, like, when the look is finished and you have on mascara and all that, it looks great. Like, I'm loving it. I think it's great. So let's pick us some lips to go. I'll show you Tawanda on my lips. That is so pretty. All right, so let's do this. I am going to take the lip conditioner. It's just kind of like our chapstick in a tint. Good grief. In a tin. Okay. I'm going to put the Tawanda on, and then we're going to have to put something over it to tone it down because it's a little wild, but it is so pretty. All right, so that's what we had on our eye, okay? Look at that. Is that not gorgeous? Woo! Okay. But I love a shimmer. I love a shimmer. I love a glitter. So it was the lip conditioner and then the Tawanda, but I need a little color to it. So this is where I'm going to bypass the satins, and I'm going to go to the gloss or semi-gloss. Let's see what we want to do. I think, let me see what color this is. I'm going to try, let's try Desert Sunset, see what happens. So that's this one, okay? Oh, hey, Lauren. Sorry, I was looking at color and missed you. Oh, that's pretty. But I still want it darker. Let's go. Let's try Summer Love. I'm not there yet. I just threw it on the floor. Let's go with Royal. We're going all in with the Royal to get us a little color. Hey! I saw your text. Congratulations. There we go. Just what I wanted. So it gave it a little bit of color, took the oranginess out of it. You know, I love a red too, and that's the one I dropped. Hold, please. Okay. So Ruby, she actually looks pink, but she goes on red. Let's do a dot. The saffron is new. Hey, Brittany. Let's see what the saffron looks like because I have not tried that. I'll just have to put a lip conditioner on top of it. Now, mine's going to be more pinkish than it normally would because I have pink on under it. Bingo. I'm glad you said red. Look at that. Okay. Craziness because I got crazy with the colors. But I did the lip conditioner. I did our eyeshadow on our lips. I did Tawanda. Then I couldn't find a color. But we should have gone lip conditioner, Tawanda, tap saffron, and we're going to finish it with the lip conditioner. Yes, Penny. I'm so glad you said red. And put, hey, Ginger. And Tawanda gives that metallic look that I love. I love a metallic lip. I don't know why. I just do. All right. So, Stacy, your fingers are gross. Okay. That's because I got crazy with my lips. All I'm going to do is I have you can use any kind of cloth or paper towel or whatever you've got. But their brush cleaner, I'm just going to do it one little squirt. I'm going to set this down in my lap. I'm going to do one little squirt on my finger over the towel. Hey, Annie. And I am just going to wipe it off. And it's on the towel. And it's good. Okay? So there we go, ladies. Thanks for hopping on. If you catch the replay, do hashtag replay. Please feel free to share. I would love to get you color matched. The stuff, I am just loving it. It's super easy. Annie, you would love this. You are literally putting it in certain places. Throw and go. Do you have to wet the brush cleaning towel? No. It is a dry, thank you. It is a dry, it's actually a sponge. Hey, Amanda. And you just literally just brush your brush over it. Now the brush cleaner, that's just kind of like for eyeshadows. They say you can use it for creams. I have not, only because it's just kind of small. I like it more for my eyeshadows. So I'll show you this. We've got our 3D brush that we used, okay? But I'm going to take one end, the pointed end that we used all the main colors for, okay? And I'm going to take the brush cleaner and I'm going to spray it. I'm going to spray it a couple times. It is a spray, but it's a dry spray, which means it's magical, okay? I mean, not really, but in my head. So we squirted it, and we're going to twirl it on my little towel. I switched to the towel just because I'm used to the towel. Change makes me nervous, especially on camera. Okay. All right, so you can see the progression here. So we're still swirling. I haven't resprayed, but it's all coming out. And the good thing about the dry spray is if you do need to clean your brushes in between, that you can immediately use them. You don't have to wait for them to dry. I don't know how it does it, but it does. Okay, so we progressed on down my towel, and I think we're pretty clean. So this, I'm gonna show you, is the last spot. And I got it all out with like, what, 2-3 squirts? And it's dry. I don't have anything to, like, any paper or anything to show you, but it is. It's dry and it's ready to go again. So it's pretty neat. So y'all let me know if I can get you color matched. I would love to. What I was saying, Annie, is it's so easy, throw and go. Dual-ended brushes, one brush, one compact. I've got the big guy because I have trouble picking one colors. I have to have multiple. But anyways, if I was running late, as usual, if I had something to do, I'd grab this and a brush and I'd shoot out the door. And I can do it in the car, either before I leave or if I get there. And if I wasn't blabbing, it would take me all of about 5 minutes. So, y'all have a great weekend. Happy Super Bowl Sunday if y'all are watching the game tomorrow. And y'all stay safe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.